Imagine a Counter-Strike map that randomly changes every round. Sounds a bit like something you would find on the workshop, but Valve actually did this officially. In Counter-Strike Source, and then never again. And to say the community loved it, well, that's an understatement. And with that, welcome to a new episode of the cut content of Counter-Strike.
Yep. Fire in the hole.
Randomly generated levels are a thing in many games, like 6 Days in Fallujah. This way of level creation lends itself especially to games that don't rely on highly competitive gameplay. So, why would you have this in Counter-Strike? Well, regular viewers of this channel will know that early Counter-Strike was a time for experimenting, like that time the Deagle cost $7,000. The Counter-Strike veterans amongst you will remember the classic hostage map CS Havana. Like the name implies, it revolves around the Cuban capital of Havana, a hostage situation in a poverty-stricken and rundown part of the city. And it all takes place during nighttime. The original version, released with CS 1.4, featured many dark areas, making the flashlight or night vision goggles a useful tool. Alright, you see that place over there? It's just way too dark. You can't see me for shit. And there are many other places like it. For Counter-Strike Condition Zero, they homogenized the contrast levels and added more lamps to get rid of those very dark corners. Unlike many other maps, Havana would not get a big visual overhaul with Condition Zero. That big overhaul would happen with Counter-Strike Source. And with it came not only increased detail, but also a radical gameplay change. And you can guess what it is. You see, since the original version of the map, the base layout never changed. Spawns, hostage locations, and 4 routes out of the CT spawn stayed the same. But now, in CS Source, each round, paths out of the CT spawn would be randomly blocked off, reshuffling the map layout at the start of each round. Let me demonstrate. Now, this door is open. This one is closed. Here it's open, and that gate is closed. Now, fast forward to the next round, and this door is still open. This one is still closed, but now this door is closed and the gate is gone. And at the beginning of every round, this is different. One thing that was often reported about the randomly closing doors, bots are supposedly having problems with navigation, not realizing the doors are closed. I tested it, and the bots did a pretty good job with it. But then again, I didn't play hundreds of matches, so it wouldn't qualify as a scientific study. The sample size is just too small. The entity that controls the doors generates a random result at the start of each round. Such a mechanism was easy to implement with Source, but unpredictable map layouts necessitating ad hoc decisions in strategies at the start of each round don't really lend themselves to highly competitive games like Counter-Strike, even though this is a hostage rescue map. Could you imagine a diffuse map with randomly blocked off paths? This feature in the CSS version of Havana was never particularly popular, but it sure mixed things up. In casual matches I played, it was never too disturbing, but it sure funneled all players into more predictable paths, making it easier for the Ts to intercept the counter-terrorists. CS Havana disappeared from modern Counter-Strike a long time ago, and with it disappeared the randomized layout from official maps. And I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about it. Counter-Strike Source surely was a time to experiment. More videos on that topic in the end card. Oh, and those names you see scrolling by, those are our supporters on Patreon, who got to see this video well before anyone else. A heartfelt thank you for your support. And if you enjoyed the video, you know what I would like you to do. Give this video a like, subscribe for future content, and why not check out the other episodes of the cut content of Counter-Strike. So, see you guys next time. Until then, have a nice day, and as always, goodbye and guten Tag.